Hello, and welcome to the Being an Artist podcast.
I'm Liam Alexander. I am a photographer, and I make photographic-based collage art that I show and I sell in galleries.
And I'm Allie Wilkinson. I'm a New Yorker born and raised. I make ink paintings on Mylar that are both figurative and more recently abstract. And my most recent project is creating a large-scale installation with several 50-foot-long paintings I made during the course of the pandemic. I live and maintain a studio in Brooklyn.
And we're here to explore what it means to be an artist.
Now, we want to be very clear. We are not here to tell you how to be an artist. The beauty of being an artist is that what you do and how you do it is completely unique to you.
What we are here to do is to provide tools that will enable you to take who you want to be as an artist from an idea to a reality.
Everything we're talking about comes from our personal experience living and growing as working artists.
And back in 2017, we were preparing for a show together, and we started these weekly calls to stay on track. And after the show was over, Allie was like, can we keep doing these calls?
Yeah, over the course of these calls with Liam, I noticed a huge leap in my productivity and creativity, as well as a ton of useful insights about how I operate as an artist. And I was like, there's something here.
Yeah, we continued to do the calls and started to invite our friends to the calls. And before we knew it, we were hosting these calls for a group of 35 people.
And after having the privilege of coaching so many artists on their practices, we developed a set of tools that we find are highly effective for artists who want to expand and develop their creative practices.
And we want to share those tools with you.
As you can probably tell, neither of us is a world-renowned artist yet. But what we are is committed to artists succeeding at whatever they are out to accomplish.
Yeah, and that's what this podcast is all about.
We set out to answer the question, what does it actually take to be an artist? Not just for like 5 minutes, but for your whole life.
Yeah, one of the things that I hear a lot is that there's no pathway to being an artist. And over the years that I've discovered that this is just a myth. It's not really a mystery. And on this podcast, we're going to break that down. There is a pathway to being an artist. You can create a very clear pathway for yourself.
Totally. And I see so many artists lose steam or just give up because they lose certain things we cover in our course, whether that's structure, financial support, inspiration. And it really breaks my heart to see that happen. I believe that art is essential and artists should be lifted up and their practices should be cultivated and encouraged. And so that's why I'm here.
We're not experts or gurus, but we've spent the last 3 years listening to artists, being with them as they navigate their successes and their failures. And we've learned so much. And we've also developed some tools that have genuinely helped other people and ourselves. And we want to make those tools available to everybody and you.
So you can expect to get some insights and answers.
You're going to hear us share concepts and tools that have pushed us forward, gotten us unstuck when we're stuck, and that work for us when we're coaching other people.
You'll also hear from other artists, those we've worked with and some we haven't, who will be interviewing about their journeys. We really believe that hearing other people's stories makes a difference in finding a path in your own journey.
We're going to answer some questions like, how can I work several jobs and keep my art going? How do I make social media work for my art? What does structure, support, inspiration, and chicken have to do with being an artist? And we're going to dive right in. So our first podcast is all about how structure is vital to sustaining an art practice.
Yes. And whether you know it or not, you have a structure for your art right now. The question is it working? Play our next podcast on structure to find out more.
I'm Liam.
And I'm Allie, and this is Being an Artist.